So today I just want to take a minute to talk about how I set up my saddle when I'm at hunting height. So typically, obviously in a hunting scenario, I wouldn't be 3 feet off the ground, only 1 stick high. I would typically be 20 plus feet, 18 depending on the situation, but just for demonstration purposes, just want to show you what it would typically look like once I'm up. So to start out, what I would typically do, I tether in before I get into my platform. That's just so I'm on my lineman and also my platform for safety. And then the first thing I'm gonna do is take out this little mini tether I made just out of paracord and D-loop material. It's got a carabiner on there. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap that around the tree and take it through a loop on the end. And then I move this up just below my regular tether. And that's for my backpack. So I use an oversized kind of like fanny pack style pack, like a lumbar pack. So what I typically do in a smaller tree so I don't have these wings sticking out is I'm gonna clip it around the backside. That also helps to keep it secure and where I want it in the tree. I like it right in front of me. So that way I've got everything I need right here. And then from there, I'm gonna come into a pouch that I have mounted on the side. And in here is where I've got my tethered hiss strap, which is how I hang all my other gear. I typically go nice and high with that. I go above my tether, and I like to keep my tether pretty low. When I'm standing, it's like Adam's apple or chest level. So I'm gonna pull that through, put it up nice and high, put that clip on, cinch that down. Now I don't have my bow with me today because I'm not actually hunting, but if I were, my bow would hang right here. And the way that I hang that is on one of the hero clips. So my bow will hang right here. And when I need it, it's just this much movement to get to it. I don't want to have to reach down, up, or around the tree. So I would take my quiver off my bow, and I have a hook that goes on the other side, and I put my quiver kind of around the back side of the tree, right here, also out of the way. You're not gonna be able to bump into it or anything like that, but it's also right there and accessible for when you need it. Now, something to keep in mind is I'm always gonna set up to where the trail I'm expecting to shoot from is in this kind of 45-degree window. I can very easily shoot all the way back to here and all the way back to there, but you're gonna want everything in front of you as much as possible. So that's how I set up, is I'm expecting movement over here. From there, I would go into my pack. I've got my rangefinder right here. And that's what I'm gonna use this hanging piece of the hiss strap for. I'm gonna loop through there. So my rangefinder's right here. If I need it, it's real easy to use with either hand, and then I can let it go and I don't have to worry about it. So I don't like it on me, I like it right here, just hangs there. People talk a lot about the weak side shot and how challenging it is to shoot. In this case, it would be over to my right side because I'm a right-handed shooter. This is my dominant side, my strong side. A lot of people I've seen talk about doing one of these things where you pull your bow under the rope and you turn and stand on your platform as if it were a tree stand. To me, that doesn't make a lot of sense because the deer's right there, and if you're moving that much, they're gonna see you. So the way I like to do it is I keep my climbing stick at the same exact height as my platform. I'm not worried about getting the extra height by putting my platform a few feet higher because this to me is way more important. I put it as far on the other side of the tree, almost 180 degrees around the tree if possible. Especially if it's a smaller tree and I can reach that. On a bigger tree, it might be, somewhere in the 90 to 180 range. It allows you to turn your platform into almost a platform and ring of steps. So you have the advantages of a platform comfort with your feet and things like that. What that also allows you to do is use the platform to pivot for smaller movements. But when I need to make a big movement all the way around the tree, I can really slowly put my foot onto that top climbing stick. As I see the movement going that way, I'm using the tree as a blocker. It's real slow. I've got my bow in my hand, real slow. And here I'm kind of bracing, putting my foot on that platform. And now I'm square on the step. And I'm gonna turn, still using the tree as a blocker. And real slow, I can draw. And right there, I'm all the way back to that weak side, right around the back of the tree. And the whole time I have this tree between me and the animal, and I'm completely covered. To me, that's a more simple and it makes more sense to do it that way. You can do whatever you want, practice with a few things and see what works best for you. This is just what I've found is the best way to get around to that side of the tree. Even if I wasn't gonna shoot something over there, I typically, as I see something come in, will kind of hide behind the tree a little bit and move just to allow me to kind of stay camouflaged. I can glass and stuff like that, and my movement is really broken up by the tree trunk, which is just a helpful little tip.